You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
There's one thing you can never have sex without.
It's consent.
Because sex without it isn't sex.
It's rape.
It's on us to stop sexual assault.
Learn how and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Cinderella found the pet that fits her perfectly, and you can too. Share your heart, share your love. Make a shelter pet part of your world. Happily Ever After begins at theshelterpetproject.org.
Hi, welcome to the National Rundown. I'm Lance Johnson.
And I'm Chris Devine. USA gymnastics doctor Larry Nassar listened to over 160 girls, women, and parents describing the effects of his abuse. Nassar attempted to quietly apologize, saying, quote, "There are no words that can describe the depth and breadth for how sorry I am for what has occurred." A letter written by Nassar expressed his issue with the length of his sentence hearing and that some of the victims' stories were fabricated. He was sentenced to 40 to 175 years in prison.
President Trump asked for $25 billion for a border wall and pushes back DACA deadline. On Wednesday, he suggested that he is open to citizenship to Dreamers after a 10 to 12-year period. Trump told ABC News that he is open to extending the March deadline for the DACA program that protects 800,000 undocumented immigrants that were brought to the U.S. as children.
Artists and employees will be wearing a white rose on Sunday at the Grammys' 60th anniversary. Key executives called artists to wear a white rose at the Grammys anniversary in New York City this Sunday to support the Time's Up movement. The movement is not only trying to raise awareness about sexual harassment, but also legally fund for people struggling against sexual misconduct.
Rowan University President Ali Hushman hot sauce takes part in a cooking contest. More than 10 food lovers participated January 22nd on a contest at the landmark Americana to raise money for student scholarships. Hushman's hot sauces has raised over the years more than $10,000 for student scholarships. The Camden County Prosecutor's Office announced that 5 suspects have been charged with first-degree murder with the killing of a Camden teenager. The detectives believe that it was an attempted robbery. The boy's death was the first homicide in Camden County.
Now here's Matt on who is being elected into the Baseball Hall of Fame.
We begin with baseball, as the Baseball Hall of Fame has 4 new members to add to their family. The Baseball Writers Association of America voted in 4 players in a year for just the 4th time in history. The newest members include Chipper Jones, Vladimir Guerrero, Jim Thome, and Trevor Hoffman. It takes 75% of the writers' votes to get into the Hall of Fame, and Chipper Jones and Jim Thome were both elected in their first year on the ballot. The 4 will officially enter the Hall of Fame on July 29th. Michigan State University President Lou Anna Simon announced her resignation Wednesday through a letter on the university's website. Her resignation, oh my God, okay. There's something with the prompter, that's wrong. It's messed up.
Coming up after the break, find out why Camden is on the rise and how a Temple student faces legal trouble because of a horse.
The prompter was cut off.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Hey, did you know that 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Go to theshelterpetproject.org and search your local shelters and rescues. Go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Governor Phil Murphy has ordered a 60-day review of the state's constrained medical marijuana program. Murphy is considering allowing home delivery purchases beyond the 2-ounce limit and expanding the number of licensed dispensaries to improve patient access. He did not mention approving an expanding list of medical conditions, including Tourette syndrome, chronic pain, and anxiety that a medical advisory panel recommended back in October. Now here's Leon with entertainment, including Elton John announcing his retirement from the stage, news on Billy Bush, and James Corden speaking the Grammys.
Thanks, guys. Grammy Award-winning recording artist Elton John announces his final tour. In a one-on-one live stream interview with Anderson Cooper, the singer-songwriter tells Cooper, quote, "I thought the time is right to say thank you to all my fans and say goodbye." John's final tour is called Farewell Yellow Brick Road, which starts September 8th and will include 300 shows in 5 different continents. This Sunday, January 28th, is music's biggest night, the 60th Annual Grammy Awards. Mr. Karaoke himself, James Corden, will be hosting this year. Corden said in an interview with CBS this morning, quote, "To be hosting a show like the Grammys is so far beyond anything I've ever thought I would ever do with my life. Some of the performers at the Grammys include Lady Gaga, Cardi B, Pink, and many more." Billy Bush opens up in an exclusive interview with People magazine about rebuilding his life after the Trump videotape was leaked. Bush tells People, quote, "I was ashamed and embarrassed, and then I went through stages of grieving because I lost my career. For a man, that's the ultimate degradation." You can catch the full story in this week's issue of People magazine on stands this Friday. That's it for entertainment. Back to you at the desk.
Now here's Rose with the World News Minute as she talks about monkey cloning, a volcano erupting, and an ISIS attack in Afghanistan.
Scientists from China have successfully cloned a monkey using modern technology called somatic cell transfer. Considering that humans are in the same primate family as monkeys, this is the first step closer to cloning humans. This will also help advancements in medical research. In the Philippines, Mount Mayon has been erupting since the beginning of this week. Thousands of civilians have had to evacuate their homes, although many have tried to return. Officials advise civilians not to return until further notice. Disaster relief official Cedric Dype said in a press conference, "If pyroclastic flows hit people, there's no chance for life." ISIS has claimed the attack on the UK's humanitarian group Save the Children in Jalalabad, Afghanistan, earlier this week. The attack claimed the lives of 5 people, wounding 46 others. All operations of Save the Children have been stopped until further notice. Back to you guys.
Andrew Tornetta, a student at Temple University, is in some pretty serious trouble. Tornetta was arrested Sunday before the Eagles-Vikings game in the parking lot of Lincoln Financial Field. According to stadium police, Tornetta, along with others who were tailgating and eventually were asked to disperse. Tornetta refused to leave and began an altercation with an officer, leading 2 punches at the officer's horse and 1 punch at the officer. Tornetta was arrested and his case is still ongoing.
Camden County is taking a turn for the better. According to NewJersey.com, since 2016, crime is down 50%. These numbers have not been this low since 1960. This growth is due to economic opportunity, strong police force, job openings, and educational opportunities. Camden graduation rates has risen 17 points, and the economy is prospering, dripping Camden's poverty rate 10%. Bottom line, Camden is making progress and hopes to keep it going.
And now a look at virtual reality in the Olympics. We apologize for that, but with us is our very own Alyssa, who is going to be talking about virtual reality in the Olympics. And Alyssa, you can join us over here.
So the United States team is the first to use virtual reality with the Olympics. Could you tell us about that?
Yeah, so they're the first known Olympic team in the whole world to use virtual reality. And many professional teams and college teams in the United States also use the technology. So.
And the United States is going to be the first to use this?
In the Olympics, yes.
Now, why did they decide to choose this method instead of picking the actual Olympic course?
Well, as you know, this Olympics, it's in Seoul, South Korea. So obviously that's halfway across the world. So it's much more convenient to have like the technology to do that. And also when the athletes get there, they normally only have a couple days before the actual Olympics to train and be able to go over the course. So having it virtually there, they can take as many test runs as they want, and they can memorize the whole entire course without actually having to be there.
Awesome. Alyssa, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you. We always learn something interesting.
Definitely.
With Super Bowl 52 just 10 days away, for fans, betting on who will be the game's MVP has just become as important as the outcome of the game as Patriots. Quarterback Tom Brady is the early favorite for the accolade in a 4 in 5 chance. Brady has been a Super Bowl MVP four times in his illustrious career, while Eagles QB is listed at 13 to 4 chance to be the MVP. Now let's go to Jared, who's talking with a Rowan University student.
Welcome to the Rowan Special Report. Today my special guest is Anaja. So Anaja, earlier we were talking and you said you have a major in radio, television, and film with a few minors.
Yeah.
What are some of those minors?
Creative writing and theater tech / design are my 2 minors.
So with theater tech and design, you're a lot of the behind the scenes type stuff. So what type of behind the scenes stuff do you do?
Lighting, costumes, props, anything that needs to be mantled into the stage, anything dealing with seating, curtains, all that stuff.
Okay, so do you build everything by hand? Like do you have to go out and get the supplies, build everything, paint it, and just do it all from the ground up?
The supplies are actually provided by our professors in Rowan University themselves. So like we have wood come in every Monday. But as far as that, everything is by hand. So you're cutting it yourself, you're measuring it, drawing it out, everything. Floor plans, design sets and stuff, yeah.
Okay, so I know that you also sing too. We talked about that earlier.
Yeah, I do sing.
So with some of the singing, do you do that for a job? Is it a hobby, or just one of those things you do around your friends?
It's just one of those things I do around my friends. I don't really do it as a hobby per se. It's kind of just a talent that I just keep to myself.
Okay. So within the radio, television, and film department, what exactly do you want to do with that when you get into your career?
I want to do everything. I want to be grounded in all departments, but my main goal would be direct and produce television.
Okay, so what type of television? Are you talking about like news television, or do you want to do like TV shows?
Probably TV shows, only because I like working in fast-paced environments, and the news can get a little boring sometimes.
Okay. With the TV shows, what type of TV shows do you watch, or would you want to model yourself off of?
I would model shows like Scandal, How to Get Away with Murder, This Is Us, pretty much any genre of television that allows a lot of creativity to come through and be just a good show.
Okay. So do you also work with this type of environment, like where we're setting up everything behind the scenes, doing interviews and stuff? Or do you only do the TV show stuff?
I'm pretty much hands-on here as well. Whenever they need something, I kind of just like do it. I'm not on talent all the time. I'm mostly like on camera or in the studio in some sort.
Okay, so when you're in the studio, what type of stuff do you do?
I've done audio, assisting, TD. Like I've done a fair share. I just like being a helping hand. So wherever they need a gap to be full, I'm the one that fills it.
So I know that you're talent right now, but is there any way in the future that you would think about doing any other type of talent, like being the interviewer?
Probably not, because I'm a little camera shy.
You're on camera right now?
Well, yeah, I'm on camera now, but it's for a purpose. I wouldn't do it as a lifelong career, no.
Okay. So when you do your creative writing stuff, is that for fun, or do you write scripts?
It's a mixture of both. So some classes here offer script writing, playwriting, and then other classes are just like telling stories. So I get a little bit of both. So that's always a good thing. I just prefer just free writing in general.
Okay. Well, it seems like that's all the time that we have for today. I'd like to thank Anaja for coming on set today, and I'll see you guys again another time.
On Monday, President Trump imposed tariffs on imported solar panel energy technology. The 30% increase hopes to protect domestic manufacturers. The move is a major blow to the $28 billion industry. This signals a more aggressive approach towards dealings with China.
A man with failing kidneys traveled to Disney World in search of a kidney using only his shirt that read, quote, "in need of a kidney." By the end of the week, the man received 90,000 shares on Facebook and luckily found a donor.
Singer Erykah Badu is receiving backlash on social media for comments she said in an interview on Wednesday regarding her seeing good in Adolf Hitler. Coming up after the break, Murphy Brown makes a return.
We are neighbors and best friends.
I love my sister.
My heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Our family is no less than any other family.
Now we're going to send it over to Michael Reyna to hear his opinion on Logan Paul's return to YouTube. Michael.
Thank you. YouTuber Logan Paul, who has 15 million subscribers, uploaded a video Wednesday after not uploading for 3 weeks. The video takes a more positive stance on suicide after Paul's previous video depicted him laughing at and disrespecting a suicide victim. In my opinion, I believe that Logan Paul should stop uploading videos because most of his viewers are children and he fails at being a positive role model to them. Although his latest video promotes suicide prevention and interviews people who have been affected by suicide, to me, this video does not come across as sincere, and I believe it serves to clear his reputation before uploading his regular content again. My question is, if Logan Paul wasn't receiving so much hate for what he did, would he have made the video yesterday dedicated to suicide? In my opinion, the reaction we were shown in the first video reveals his true character, and he should shut down his channel out of respect for the victim and the victim's family. That's my opinion. Back to you guys at the desk.
After 10 seasons on air, sitcom Murphy Brown returns to the television for the first time since the series finale in 1998. In January 2018, CBS announced that it will be bringing the show back for a 13-episode season that will air for the 2018-2019 season. Creator Diane English will be returning to the show, as well as Candice Bergen, who will receive her role as Murphy Brown, a famous investigative journalist and news anchor.
Fans of NBC's This Is Us have waited 2 years to find out what killed Jack, played by Milo Ventimiglia, in Tuesday night's episode. When he turns the crock pot off after hosting a Super Bowl celebration, he leaves the room and the pot shorts out, setting the house on fire. The final shot is Jack's face when the flame reaches the bedroom. After the show, fans went to Twitter to express their anger at the product that caused the death. And this weekend, anyway, getting to weather, this weekend looks like it'll be finally filled with some good weather, so stay tuned to find out exactly what to expect.
This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Remember that to love America is to love all Americans, because love has no labels.
Open up your books to page 360.
Did you just look at your phone while you was in class? You played yourself.
About inspirational quotes.
You gotta believe in yourself. Don't ever play yourself. The key is to make it, so make it.
Louise, can you give me an example of an inspirational quote?
Don't play yourself. The key is to make it.
And who said that?
I did. Now that's a major key alert.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at getschool.com.
The internet is going crazy after Ellen DeGeneres announced that she will be celebrating her 60th birthday tomorrow. In celebration, Ellen will be rating others 60 throughout the week on her show. Ellen had a big year. She was awarded the Medal of Honor by President Obama as she has now hit her 50th season of Ellen.
And for the first time ever, a woman has been nominated for the Best Cinematographer Award for the 2018 Oscars. Rachel Morrison, cinematographer on the hit film Mudbound, won the New York Film Critics Cinematography Prize back in December and now hopes to bring home the Oscar. The award has been a part of the Oscars since 1928.
Now, let's go to Tyler with the weather. It sounds like we have a couple sunny days ahead of us. Tyler.
What's up, guys? I'm Tyler Doris with your weather report. Tonight, it's going to get cold, clear skies, but 23 degrees. Clear skies are going to keep up for Friday's report. 46 and sunny all day. It's going to be a nice start to the weekend. Saturday, mostly sunny as well. 56 is the high. 54 the following day, but a 70% chance of rain. So it's going to be, a bad Sunday. But Monday, 54, partly cloudy. End in the week, it's going to get a little bit colder, 46 and cloudy. Let's take a look at the weather window for this week. The next couple days should be sunny. I mean, clear skies. Nice time to, enjoy a little bit of the outside because the cold has crept up, a little warm weather. And you guys got any plans for the weekend? I mean, a little warm weather coming?
I might honestly go out and barbecue. Kind of feels like spring to me. It's only January.
I was wishing that it was like the Super Bowl this weekend. That way, a little grilling outside, something,
Sounds pretty good.
Even with a chance of rain?
I mean, Sunday, it's going to be light rain, but next 2 days should be nice.
I have to ask you, with all this snow and how cold it's been, and now all of a sudden it's end of January, getting into February, and it's starting to feel a little bit like spring. Is this it, or are we going to find winter?
Well, are we complaining here? That's pretty nice, right?
Just a little bit more snow, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, man.
All right, Tyler, thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, that's all for our National Rundown. I'm Lance Johnson.
And I'm Chris Devine. Have a good night.